Steel structures have exhibited around the world that they deliver extensive flexibility for developing creative designs. Regardless of the ultimate engineering, they deliver great options when creating unique structures. Ficep has produced thermal cutting robots for processing structural steel for over 20 years to address these diverse thermal cutting applications. Regardless of the structure's ultimate design, they incorporate a diverse yet generally repetitive assortment of thermally generated routines for connections and mechanical openings. Some shops today resort to manually laying out cuts, which are subsequently processed with a handheld torch before a grinder is used to eliminate slag and generally improve the cut's appearance. The required location of the cutting routine must typically be referenced from a flange or from the web surface. Establishing the physical edge and the surface of the web and flange is required to achieve accuracy and a successful cutting arc for the plasma torch. One of the most unique features of the Ficep Model 1201 RAZ plasma robot is its ability to minimize various non-productive functions. The total elimination of touch probing for each surface generates the most efficient operation, so the arc time as a percentage of the total process time is maximized. Part of the challenge when thermally generating cuts in structural steel is recognizing the possible mill tolerance deviations and adjusting the required torch path and piercing position accordingly. The ease and speed of the RAZ's laser scanning system, which determines the actual mill tolerance deviations of the section to be processed, occurs in seconds and without the requirement for manual probing at the start of each cut. The versatility of the Hypertherm XPR300 plasma torch is demonstrated to automatically produce layout marks based upon the intersection of detail elements in the 3D model. This information is automatically extracted from the 3D model by Ficep's patented process that generates the machine program to indicate all the layout information. The efficiency of the Ficep RAZ robot is not only the market leader, but also the versatility of the fabrication cell addresses even the most unique applications for today's structural steel fabricator. The Ficep RAZ performs cutoff of normal structural steel sections, structural tubes, or even round pipe as the robot can process all surfaces. Bolt holes in structural tubes, for example, can be generated in all surfaces. The gaining popularity of tubes for cross-bracing is not an issue for the RAZ, as it can efficiently process slots in structural tubes for through plates. Typical miter cuts can be accomplished across the web, and the flanges of beams and even compound miters can be achieved. Copes for end connections, such as coping the flanges or typical block copes, are executed with great ease and productivity. The powerful nesting software combines the trailing end cope of one beam with the leading end cope of the next beam in just one cycle to maximize consumable life and productivity, rather than address each cope as a separate routine. Tipping the torch to get closer to the flange can even generate rat holes. The weld prep on the flanges can be executed with plasma in a fraction of the time. The Ficep RAZ, in conjunction with Hypertherm's True Hole technology, can generate bolt holes for structural steel connections when thermally generated bolt holes are acceptable. Even slotted holes can be efficiently generated in all surfaces. The Ficep RAZ is not limited to just copes and holes, but is extremely versatile in addressing other applications found in structural steel and miscellaneous fabrication, such as cutting to length or mechanical openings. The system's nesting software optimizes the nesting of tees in both the length and width for processing on the RAZ, all with industry-leading material savings. Seismic conditions can be addressed with the ability to produce dog bones, and flanges can also be notched with ease when required. Even miscellaneous shapes like angles and channels can be processed with copes, holes, and miter cuts, just to mention a few routines. Consider the following operations on this sample part: 1 block cope, flange copes top and bottom, 3 web holes, 2 rat holes, miter cut to length including flange bevels, web penetration, 2 dog bones, part marking, all in less than 4 minutes. The Ficep RAZ robot extends unique productivity advantages such as efficient non-contact laser probing, powerful software routines, and underside processing of members. These are just a few of the features that separates this technology and corresponding productivity from the competition. Don't delay any longer to reduce your thermal cutting costs to the absolute minimum possible with the innovative engineering and benefits of the Ficep RAZ thermal cutting robot.